Have you ever met someone who seemed almost perfect at first sight? They were charming, confident, funny, and always knew the right words to say. In the beginning, they might have showered you with attention, compliments, and promises that made you feel like you were living in a dream. But as time passed, cracks began to appear. Little by little, you noticed that their actions did not match their words, and instead of feeling safe and valued, you felt confused, drained, and even invisible. If that sounds familiar, you may have crossed paths with a narcissist, and that is why this conversation is so important. Learning to recognize a narcissist before it is too late can save you not only from heartbreak, but also from deep emotional scars. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Here we explore relationships, psychology, and the hidden patterns that shape our lives. Stay with me until the end, because I will reveal one subtle sign of narcissism that is so easily overlooked most people realize it only when they are already trapped in the cycle. Narcissists are masters of disguise. At first, they rarely show their true colors. They use what psychologists call love bombing, an intense phase where they flood you with attention and affection. They may text you constantly, compliment you endlessly, and make you feel like you are the center of their universe. For someone longing for love, this feels magical. But it is not real intimacy. It is a strategy. Narcissists use love bombing to create dependency. So you associate them with overwhelming affection. Later, when they begin to withdraw, criticize, or manipulate, you hold on tightly, hoping to get back to that initial version of them. A central trait of narcissism is the lack of empathy. Healthy relationships are built on mutual care. When one partner is sad, the other offers comfort. When one is tired, the other gives support. But narcissists do not work this way. They struggle to understand or value your feelings. Instead of listening to you, they dismiss your emotions or even make you feel guilty for having needs. You may hear phrases like "you are overreacting," "why are you so sensitive," or "I do not have time for this." Over time, this lack of empathy creates emotional isolation. You may share your heart but feel like you are talking to a wall. Another dangerous tool narcissists use is gaslighting. This is psychological manipulation designed to make you doubt your memory and perception. Imagine you confront them about something hurtful they said. Instead of acknowledging it, they reply that it never happened, or that you misunderstood, or even that you are crazy. After repeated gaslighting, you begin to question yourself. Maybe I am wrong, maybe I imagined it. This confusion weakens your trust in your own mind, making you more dependent on their version of reality. That is exactly what they want: control. Narcissists also crave constant admiration. Compliments are like fuel for them. At first, they may work hard to impress you, but once they have your attention, they expect endless validation. Criticism, no matter how small, feels like an attack to them. You may find yourself carefully choosing your words, afraid of upsetting them. You may feel like you are walking on eggshells, always trying to keep them pleased. This imbalance is exhausting, because instead of being an equal partnership, the relationship revolves around their fragile ego. Pay close attention to how they treat others. Narcissists often show arrogance and entitlement not just with partners, but with everyone around them. Watch how they speak to waiters, colleagues, or family members. If you notice patterns of rudeness, superiority, or lack of respect, that is a strong indicator of their true nature. Eventually, the same arrogance will be directed at you. Boundaries are another area where narcissists reveal themselves. In healthy relationships, boundaries are respected. If you say you need time for yourself, a loving partner understands. But narcissists see boundaries as rejection or challenges to their control. They may ignore them, push them, or punish you for trying to set them. This behavior slowly erodes your sense of independence. You begin to compromise more and more, until you barely recognize yourself. Perhaps the most painful dynamic with narcissists is the cycle of idealization and devaluation. In the beginning, they place you on a pedestal. They tell you that you are different from everyone else, that you are special. It feels intoxicating. But soon they begin to devalue you. They criticize your flaws, compare you to others, or withdraw affection. You are left chasing the version of them you met in the beginning, desperate to regain their approval. This cycle is addictive because the highs feel so good and the lows feel devastating. That push and pull is one of the strongest traps a narcissist uses to keep you hooked. Here is the subtle sign I promised earlier, the one most people miss. Narcissists are skilled at mirroring. At the beginning of the relationship, they often reflect back your values, dreams, and desires. If you say you want a family, they say me too. If you love a certain hobby, suddenly they love it as well. It feels like you have met your soulmate, someone who understands you completely. But later, their actions do not match their words. The mirroring was just a strategy to gain your trust quickly. By the time you notice, you are emotionally invested, and leaving feels painful. The impact of being in a relationship with a narcissist is profound. Victims often report feeling drained, confused, and anxious. They may lose confidence, struggle to trust their own judgment, and even feel isolated from friends and family. This is not by accident. Narcissists often create conflict with people around you, slowly isolating you so that you depend more and more on them. The longer the relationship continues, the harder it becomes to see clearly. That is why recognizing the signs early is so important. So how can you protect yourself? The first step is awareness. Trust your instincts. If you feel something is off, do not ignore it. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with them. Do you feel uplifted and safe or drained and insecure? Real love leaves you feeling stronger, not weaker. Second, test their response to boundaries. If you say no or express a need, do they respect it or punish you for it? That response tells you everything. Third, observe their empathy. Do they show genuine concern when you are hurt, or do they always turn the focus back to themselves? Small patterns reveal big truths. It is also crucial to build self-love. Narcissists prey on people who are willing to give too much, who doubt themselves, or who fear being alone. The stronger your self-worth, the less likely you are to tolerate manipulation. Surround yourself with supportive people, invest in your own growth, and remember that being alone is far healthier than being trapped in a toxic cycle. And here is the most important reminder. Not everyone who shows confidence or makes mistakes is a narcissist. True narcissism is a pattern, not a single behavior. But if you consistently see manipulation, lack of empathy, boundary violations, and cycles of idealization and devaluation, take it seriously. Protecting yourself is not about labeling others. It is about valuing your peace of mind. So the next time you meet someone who seems too good to be true, pause. Watch their actions, not just their words. Trust your instincts. And remember, love should not make you doubt yourself. It should make you feel seen, valued, and safe. If this video was helpful, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next insights on relationships and psychology. Leave a like, share this video with someone who may need it, and always remember, recognizing a narcissist early can save your heart and your future. Real love is not about control or admiration. It is about respect, trust, and care. See you next time.